What's up, traders? Welcome back to our channel. I am Kenya Horton with BK Forex Academy, and in today's video, I want to talk to you a little bit about Forex brokers because we get the question so often, which broker do you go with? Do you go with an unregulated broker or a regulated broker? And most new traders don't know the difference. So if you're going to trade in the Forex market, you will need to select a Forex broker. Your broker will provide you access to their platform for you to be able to buy and sell foreign currencies. When you have profits and losses, they are stored in your Forex broker account, and you can connect that account to your bank account in order to be able to withdraw or deposit funds back and forth. Now, when you choose a broker, you have two options. Like I said, you can choose a regulated broker or an unregulated broker. Unregulated brokers are also known as offshore brokers, and there's a reason why they have that name. So I'm going to give you a little history lesson behind brokers because you're going to be shocked. We've done extensive research, hours of research on brokers, and I was really shocked to find out some new information that's not really being said in the marketplace. So before we get into it, I need you to do me a favor, smash the like button on this video. Also, hit the subscribe button and turn on notification. This will help the YouTube algorithm and also let YouTube know who to push this video out to so that we can help more people just like you and I. So now let's get into it. Let's talk a little bit about the history of Forex regulations. So years ago, Forex brokers had to comply with rules in order to offer loss protection. This is how regulation came about because a lot of dirty practice was going on in the industry. Brokers were taking advantage of traders. They were commingling their funds. They didn't have any transparency. They weren't doing much documentation keeping. So in 2010, President Obama passed the Dodd-Frank Wall Street Reform Act. You can go and Google it. Very interesting read. And what this act did is that it brought some order to the industry. It called for extensive reforms in the financial industry, and the main goal was to help improve the accountability and transparency of Forex brokers and also to protect taxpayers, little people like you and I who trade in the market, okay? So with that came a lot of strict regulations. So there were a lot of brokers doing very dirty practice, and there were some brokers who were doing the right thing, but many of those bad brokers started disappearing when these regulations were passed. So these strict rules made it very hard for these brokers to operate profitably. And why? There were certain things that changed. For example, when you trade, there is something you get to trade with called leverage, sort of similar to when you buy a house. You get leverage. So basically, you're buying a house with money that you don't have. It's the same thing in trading. You're trading with leverage, which you could have a lot of leverage, and you can also have small leverage. Many brokers were offering high leverage back in the day. But when the regulations passed, their leverage was capped to 50 to 1. What you don't know is that when you sign up with a broker, there may be some currencies that you only can trade 25 to 1 leverage. That's really, really small. So if you're trading a very small balance, you might not even have enough money to open up a trade. So with that, it's really hard to be profitable with regulated brokers that have really small leverage, especially if you don't have a lot of money to trade. But it's designed to protect uneducated traders who just go into the market and throw their money into an account and start trading and don't know what they're doing. So they're taking a lot of dangerous risks, and it's designed to prevent from them getting destroyed in the market. So also, these regulations made it really hard for brokers to just kind of do their thing any kind of way they wanted to. They had to start creating documentation. They had to keep their funds separate from their customers. And they also had to keep it in a USA money center account, not in other countries. So many brokers packed up and said, you know what, I'm leaving the USA. I'm going to go operate in another country where I can find it easier to do business. And that is how regulation kind of impacted brokers, and some kind of jumped and left the USA and went to all these other countries. And now we have 7 or 9 total regulated Forex brokers in the USA out of hundreds that left. That says something big. All right. So let's talk a little bit about how the US regulates these brokers. So there are 2 regulating bodies in the USA. If you live in other countries like Russia or Australia, every country has its own regulating body. So you'll want to look up what is the regulating body for your country. For the USA, for example, we have the NFA, National Futures Association, and also the CFTC, which is the Commodity Futures Trading Commission. You can go Google both of them and learn about them. You can even go to the NFA website website. You can type in a broker and see if they're regulated or not. But like I said, we only have about 7 or 8, maybe 7 to 9 brokers that are regulated in the USA right now. So you're not going to find many. Okay. Now, what I discovered is that we're told that if you go to a regulated broker, your funds are protected. But for USA customers, I found out that that's not necessarily true. So you can go to a lot of their websites, or the ones that we do have, you can go to their websites and you'll see in very fine print, or you can call them on the phone and ask them, do you provide 100% account protection to US customers? And they will tell you no. They also do not provide a guaranteed stop loss. So we use stop losses in our trading. There might be a time where you might have some slippage. This is something you want to educate yourself on, or get enrolled in an education program. Get educated, guys. All right. So you're not necessarily protected with a regulated broker, and you need to know this. If, for example, a regulated broker is doing well one day, and let's say tomorrow they go out of business and they have to file bankruptcy, they're going to have to pay their debtors first, and then they will pay you if anything is left over. So if you have $10,000 in a Forex account with a regulated broker and they file bankruptcy, you might lose that money when they go to bankruptcy. Okay. So that's what it means by no protection or limited protection. But what you want to do is look at the strength of that company, look at their financial backing or their financial strength, and just to see if they have a good history. And that should give you some reassurance there. If they don't, or if they haven't been around very long, then that's something you have to consider. So with an unregulated broker, there is no safety, no regulation. They can take your money anytime and not have to tell you anything. But the flip side to that, or the advantage, is that they offer very competitive spreads and commission, very low commission. Some of them advertise no commission at all. I don't trust those ones. Everything has a fee, especially in the financial industry. So don't trust that. But it is ideal for very small traders or small accounts. Also, you don't have to do any tax reporting. You can self-report if you want. But those are some differences between a regulated versus an unregulated broker. With a regulated broker, you're going to pay higher commissions and also higher spreads. So which one should you choose? We actually choose both. When we first got started trading, we chose an unregulated broker because we didn't know any better. And that's the direction that we were kind of guided on. But now that we have a lot more experience and we're trading profitably, we decided to diversify, and we keep our really large accounts with a regulated broker. We have some funds that if something goes wrong and we unfortunately lose it, we're okay with that. So we're accepting the risk ahead of time. And we're just hoping and praying that if something were to go wrong with our regulated broker, that if, they had to go bankrupt or something like that, we would get our money back, hopefully. So you have to have a plan in place that works for you. Maybe set up times where you might have frequent, withdrawals, or what your withdrawal plan will look like, and just how to diversify to keep yourself protected. So guys, I hope that you found this video helpful. Go ahead and comment if you have any questions. Don't forget to smash the like button on the video, and also subscribe and turn on the notification bell. If you're looking for an education academy, look in the description of this video to learn more about BK Forex Academy, and I will see you in the next training video.